So let's begin again. The heels are together. You're going to shift your weight to the left leg and take a diagonal step with your right foot towards 1 o'clock. Not 12, but 1. So that when you drop your toes, you're about hip width here. Nice stable stance. The back toes are turned out just a little bit towards 11, and the front toes are at 12. Your front knee is bent. 40% of the weight is forward. Your shin here is vertical, not bent in any way. Vertical shin, so your knee is above your ankle. This will minimize any damage to your kneecap if you do this. If you do this a lot, you don't want to be doing too much of this. It'll damage your kneecap because the femur, the tibia, get jammed up there inside your shin, inside the kneecap. So again, sitting back in your back foot, turning your belly just a little bit towards the left, back to the center, and back to the front. Sitting back and turning. Again, what you're doing is you're closing the inside of this left groin. It's closed. Now you're going to shift open. You're going to open it and create space. And then you're going to close it again. And you're going to create space. Again, like a pumping action for this inguinal area. A lot of blood flow goes through here, if it can. So you have some leg issues, leg pain, leg circulation problems. This is the area you want to focus on, this inguinal area. Opening and closing that quad. It's called quad. Breathing in, going back. Exhaling to the front. A couple more times on this side. So feel what's going on in there. Obviously, that's not all that's happening, but I'm just kind of talking about a different focus today for this particular movement. All right. Good. Shake out that back leg if you need. And again, heels together. Shifting the weight to the right this time, stepping to 11 with your heel. Big enough step here, and then turn the toes forward and drift into the front leg. 60% forward, 40% back. Take a look at your shin bone. If you still see most of your foot down there. And then you're going to sit back in your back leg. Rotate the belly. Again, take a second and pay attention to what's going on in this quad on this right side this time. And then as you push off the right leg, you're going to unravel or open up this hip into the front. And then sit back, releasing and twisting to close it up. And then back to the front. Breathing in. And breathing out. There's a lot of different layers to when you do the forms. You have the martial applications, but you also have the physical aspect and the energetic aspect. So you have to be kind of aware of all the different layers of this so that you can change your training focus if you happen to be doing this on your own. One more time. And back to the front. Good. Shake out that back leg if you need. Let's give the legs a break. We'll come back to that. Back to hip width. Roll the hips a couple times, gently, gently, gently. We just work these a lot here. It's a lot of tension, pressure from that opening and closing. Other way. Good. So let's do some inward circles. Armpits open first. And you're gonna just bend and unbend the elbows. Again, opening and closing the joints. Palms up, palms down. Breathing in, soft hands, soft fingers. Space between the fingers. Not wide, but enough for energy to move to the fingertips. Rounded fingers and palms, not stiff, not limp. Also, when you're coming around here with this rotation, watch this wrist. There's a lot of times it's getting bent. So when you come up here, this should be relaxed and flat and smooth all the way around. And you should feel a totally different sense of energetic flow if the wrist is relaxed and not involved. All the way to the fingertips. Movement, flow. Anybody breathing out there? Breathing in on the way up. Exhaling on the way down. And now let's continue from this down position. Keep the right hand down, continue with the left hand gut going around, and then start doing this out of phase inward circle. Armpits still open. Hands away from the body. Same finger and wrist position. Keep the traps heavy. Crown rising. All right. Stop one hand and then finish up with the other. Heels together. Shift your weight towards the left leg again and take a step to the corner, just like we just did a moment ago, and do your forward bow. So we're going to do inward circles as we move forward and back here. Okay? So shift starting in the front leg, you're going to sit back and let's close the quad and open the quad a couple more times here to get back in this groove. Good. And now as you sit back, the right arm comes over the top. You drop and the left arm comes over the top. And as you shift forward, the left hand goes to the front, and then you just drag the circle into the back leg. So this is a very, if you've done this many times and you notice that this might be a brush knee push variation, except we're not really pushing, we're just doing a circle. Breathing in on the way back. Exhaling to the front. Continue to pay attention to your weight distribution, not going over your toe line. feeling this quad opening and closing. Again, different layers of awareness. Couple more times on this side, stay soft. Fingertips have little pillows in between them. Let them rest on the pillows. One last one. Go back towards the front leg, release the right arm, and finish up with the left. Good. Shake it out. Left side if you need. A little swaying tree. Good. Feet together. Harmonizing breath. Other side, heels together. Shift your weight to the right, step out to the corner with your left, and again, forward bow position. Let's do a couple of more opening and closing of this quad. Just to, again, feel it and bring your awareness there just for a moment. Breathing into the back, exhaling to the front. Good. Now, as you sit back, you're going to bring this left arm up and around and be towards the back leg as the back arm comes around and over the top. Shift forward and continue the circles, turn inward. Left arm over the top, right arm over the top. Soft, circular movements. Continue to watch the speed of these arms. They should be moving the same pace. So both arms facing this way, both arms facing this way, both arms facing 12 and 6 at the same time. As the shifting happens, and everything works together with your breath, going back, breathing in, going forward, breathing out. Spiraling through the forearms, into your upper arm, shoulder joint. So many things. Internal smile. If you've got the hang of this for the next few moments here, just go ahead and close your eyes and just let go. Forget about what you're doing. If you're doing it correctly, worrying about doing it incorrectly, just try to move your body as a unit, stay as soft as you can, and flow with the breath and the forward and back movement, the rocking. Watch your posture. Your eyes are closed. You still want to keep that crown rising. Turning your belly button to the right, turning belly button to the left. Tip of the tongue at the ridge above the gum line. One more. Again, shifting forward. The left hand stays down and the right hand follows to close. Good. Gentle shake. Right leg if you need. In fact, you know what? Let's bring the heels up to the fingertips a few times. Nice and relaxed. Light foot placement. Good. Ease up to the palms a few times. Slow. Slow. Good. Swaying tree. Good. Palms together. Again, feel this posture. Still rooted into the earth. Your heavenly roots rising. Breath in your center. Roll a few times. One hand above, one hand below the navel. And just hold here, breathe into your palms, breathe into your belly, breathe into your organs. Expanding like a balloon in all directions. Don't forget your kidneys back there, adrenals. A few yin yang patterns around your belly button. And then stack both hands over the lower dantian. Breathing into that little space, 2 inches below the navel, and then 2 inches inside the body. Your lower energy center, lower dantian. Your physical energy center. So again, expanding this little space in here all the way around like a balloon. In the front, Ming Men. In the back, the Ming Men point, the lower dantian is kind of expanding in all directions. If your mind wanders, bring it back gently to your breath and your center as often as necessary without getting frustrated, just watching